Faith works through love. When you understand how much God loves you, trusting Him is a lot easier. Galatians 5:6 tells us that faith becomes active. It is given life because of love. Love is actually the channel through which faith flows. It's the reason for faith. And the reason that we struggle to believe is because we have fear. We fear that God doesn't want us to be well or successful. We have fear that we won't measure up or that we don't measure up. We have fear that we'll be disappointed because He's not going to do what we've asked Him to do. Or we even have fear that we don't have enough faith. But once we learn how much God has already accomplished for us, we realize that we've been believing lies. 1 John 3:8 tells us that God sent Jesus to destroy the works of the devil. And Jesus said the devil is the deceiver of the whole world. So one of the works that Jesus came to undo was the lies that people believe about God. And when you read what Jesus did and how He went about healing all who were oppressed by the devil, and how He taught mercy and compassion for women, for children, for men, for people who weren't of His ethnic background, but all people, you get a picture of what the Father is like. Jesus said that when you see Him, you see the Father. He said that He and the Father were one. He said He only said and did what the Father told Him to do and to say. And the lies that we believe, they're taught to us by those who have ideas about God that aren't based on the Bible. Instead, their ideas are based on a flawed interpretation of it, or they're based on their own experiences or lack of experiences. And when you hear these teachings, it opens you up to deception, or what the Bible calls the doctrine of demons. And this doctrine is meant to separate you from trusting God. Now, they're not doing it on purpose. This is just what they teach. They think it's true. But the doctrine is meant to separate you from trusting God. Maybe you failed to receive from God, and you struggle with trusting Him. Focus then on what He's already done to show you His love. Get to know Him. Find out what He is really like and begin to form a really close relationship with Him. Many people think that they know what God is like, but they don't. Some point to the Old Testament and say, look how mean God is. They don't understand all that was lost by Adam's sin. They think sin entered the world and then they stop there. But Adam lost his authority on the earth. He lost his dominion over it. If you think I'm crazy, compare what God spoke to Adam in Genesis 1 and 2 to what God spoke to Noah in Genesis 9. You see, Noah wasn't given authority or dominion. Jesus didn't say, I'm giving you authority, have dominion over the earth, because Adam had already given it to the devil. And that's how the devil became the god of the world and the deceiver of it. Adam gave his authority and his dominion to the devil. But Jesus, Jesus became the second Adam for us, and He undid all that was lost. In the Old Testament, God could only make covenants with men, and if they kept them, all was good. And if they didn't, then they were at the mercy of the devil. That was the judgment that Adam had established for us in Genesis 3. You see, God keeps His word. When He told Adam, I'm giving you authority, I'm giving you dominion, He didn't overrule Adam's choice to give that authority to the devil. God made covenants and he wanted people to keep them, but they didn't. In Isaiah 5, God says, he asks, what more could I have done? And later, when it was time, God sent Jesus to undo the works of the devil so that we could be restored to a place of perfect love, honor, and well-being. God is love. I hope you get to really know him. We've put together a Foundation of the Faith series that I think will help you understand what God has done for you because he loves you. And there's a link to that series in the description. Remember, faith works through love, the love between you and God. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.